And a good morning to you and welcome to another Motivation Field Monday edition of Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
We hope that your weekend was a fabulous one, filled with joy, filled with happiness, and of course, so much more.
Yeah, we hope you've recuperated from Friday because we know you spent like 6 hours trying to get home after the rain and the traffic. It was horrible, to say the least. But anyhow, we have an amazing thing ahead of you here today on the show.
Speaking of amazing things, we have amazing people in the studio.
Yes,
One
indeed.
of the most amazing ladies you could ever meet is Mary Bashra Alimi.
Hello,
She's right
Mary.
there.
Hi, good morning.
How you doing, darling?
Very well, thank you.
How was your weekend?
Very well. Busy, work. But hey, here we are.
Yes, indeed. Mary's week started since on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, hey, she's way ahead of us. But hey, we love to have her here always. Remember, haters will hate and potatoes will potato. But guess what?
Potato.
It doesn't matter as long as you continue to drip in all the fabulous wonder bestowed unto you. Amen?
Amen to that. Now we are that splash of sunshine, that inspiration that some will say, as always, we have something really great to offer every single time you see us on screen. It's all about the premium television experience throughout the entire week, starting from right now.
Yes, indeed. Now we have undiluted pure family entertainment coming up, so get a seat, get comfortable, and hold tight for the next 1 hour and 45 minutes. My name, of course, is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilaya Oyin. So remember, you can use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms. You can be a part of the show. Just send those messages in. Can't wait to see them.
Yes, indeed. Remember now, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere you might be across the world through our mobile app that you can download from the Google Play Store and also on iOS. And we also implore you to follow us across all social media platforms, like she said from before.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram. Our handle is at TVC Connect.
So
Now,
let's go through the lineup.
Oh, yeah, indeed. You want to start?
Ezogu Chukwuemeka Kayode is the head of Academy and Coaching Services. Now, he's a certified leadership and life success coach. He's also certified in neuro-linguistic programming. Now, he has a BSc in industrial math and a master's in managerial psychology. Who better to listen to on motivation this morning? He's going to be talking to us about the secret ingredient to building high-performing teams.
And Iroja Solomon Oluwafemi is the co-founder of HEV Communications, a media communications company started in 1999 that produces TV programs and organizes live concerts. Now, he has produced shows like Tips Magazine, Music and Life, Dextra Kitties Alive, Classic, and Concepts, Men Cooks, and many, many more. He'll join us today for SME.
Hi.
Good morning, ladies.
Hello.
Good morning,
How you
Mary.
doing?
So thankfully, we didn't have to swim to the office today.
Oh, no. Are you referring to what happened on Friday?
Yeah, and Saturday in some places.
Lagos was a pool.
What you said just now just made me think of 6 months' time, but it's all right.
What? I didn't hear anything you said.
No, I actually said what she said made me think of 6 months' time.
6 months' time.
Yeah.
What will happen in 6 months?
No, it's all right.
Okay, I don't know.
Everybody to soon become public knowledge.
I don't know what she's saying. No, ew.
But it was
you
really.
think you escaped swimming, Abby?
I don't
It was really
know what's up.
horrendous on Friday. I spent 4 hours getting home. That's the first time in a year that has happened since I've been working here. 4 hours.
Only 4
getting home.
hours?
Yeah. So other people who left at about the same time I did, but used different routes, got home at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
But of
That's
course you were
9
not on your
hours.
bike.
No, I didn't ride on Friday.
That would
so
have been one day you would wish
I wished
you
I had ridden, but then again, I would have gotten home really wet.
Yeah.
Because it rained throughout, it was
And then
crazy.
I don't know how bikes do in that much water, though.
Well, there's only so much we can take, but it's better. It's better off because you can carve better paths. Unlike if it's a car, you just have to go through water. And I paid dearly only about 4 weeks ago. I had to change an entire engine to my car because I did something wrong. And I'm hoping that you guys don't make this mistake. Never start your car in a flood. Never do. So I was driving through the flood and I was looking at the little people. Look at you guys, I have a big car. And then plop, 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 stop.
So
And then I'm like, I'm gonna start it. And then I did, and then crank.
Oh.
Engine damage.
Yeah, on their
Gone.
behalf, I'm done.
Yeah.
But as they say, a lot of people said Ladipo has a lot of customers this week.
Oof,
a lot of customers gonna be going to the mechanics market.
It's funny you would say this because I saw somewhere where someone wrote that Ladipo guys went to Oba So they need to
Nobody
recoup
gets
the money they've spent. So they send the rain from Benin to Lagos.
To Lagos.
Yes, so that by the time they come, there'll be money waiting for them.
Listen, yeah, it is no joke because as I made my way home and after 4 hours when the road cleared, as I arrived home into Festac, all lining either side of the road were cars that had been damaged.
Oh, wow.
Their boots or their bonnets open and people
goodness.
struggling to try and see what they could salvage. You know, it was very sad. I had been there weeks before, so it was. It's really bad.
It's a sad one.
Let's hope that the weather stays bright.
And
you know,
sunny.
and sunny. We hope, but not likely because it seems very cloudy today.
Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. We begin with security matters in Zamfara State, where bandits have killed 13 policemen and 3 others in an attack on Kura Mutas Town community in Burgudu local government area. They were killed at a police formation near a clinic in the community. TVC News gathered that the armed men had earlier attempted to invade Magami community over the weekend, but were repelled by military troops. Magami community, which is 50 kilometers from Gusau, the state capital, has suffered attacks from the bandits in recent times. Police authorities in Zamfara are yet to comment on the incident. In Kaduna State, the attacks have not abated as one person has again been killed and 7 others, including 3 women, abducted. The incident happened in Angora Gajere village in Birnigwari local government area on Saturday afternoon. The Kaduna State Police Command is yet to react to the report, but residents of the village said the bandits came on motorcycle and shot sporadically before abducting their victims. Birnigwari is one of the local government areas in northwest Nigeria most hit by armed bandits. Several residents have vacated their homes for fear of being attacked. Still in Kaduna State, the Nigerian Air Force Alpha jet has been reported to have crashed around the Kaduna and Katsina boundary close to Birnigwari local government area on Sunday. It was gathered that no casualty was recorded as the lone pilot of the Alpha jet ejected before the crash. The aircraft was said to have left Yola, the Adamawa state capital, for an onslaught against the bandits in Birnigwari local government area of Kaduna State, but the Air Force has denied the report. NAF spokesperson Air Commodore Edward Guabret says there was no crash in Kaduna, adding that he is still making contact with other locations. He insists that no NAF plane left Yola, Adamawa State or Kaduna on Sunday. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has expressed shock at what she has described as surreal destruction caused by last week's flooding. At least 188 people in Germany and Belgium are now known to have died in the floods. Heavy rain continues to wreak havoc, with attention now shifting to parts of Austria and southern Germany. Mrs. Merkel visited affected areas of Western Germany on Sunday, surveying the damage. She walked through the badly hit village of Skud, talking to survivors, residents, and emergency workers as rescue crews continue to look for victims. Chancellor Merkel has pledged to fast-track aid for reconstruction. She's added that the world has to be faster in the battle against climate change.
Und da rechts sehen Sie unter der Satellitenschüssel, wie der Wasserstand war auf der Wand.
And that's it on the news for now.
Time for the newspaper headlines. We begin this morning with the Punch newspaper. And the Punch newspaper has this as its headline: e-transmission of results, Buhari's aide defends rejection, NBA, others say resolution illegal, selfish. Senate listened to Communications Commission, cited risk of hacking, says Ojudu. National Assembly has tied INEC hands. Belittled Electoral Commission, says NBA. Any legislation that whittles down INEC's independence unconstitutional, and that's coming from the SANs. Now, commuters groan as ram sellers buyers block Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. That was over the weekend. 16 killed in Osun crashes FRSC blames wrong overtaking. Court fixes Igbo's AIDS trials for Salah Day. Command goes after Zamfara gunmen as bandits kill 13 policemen. And finally, Lagos Assembly CSO, others brutalized lawyer over council poll suit. And of course, Makinde running one-man show, mismanaging insecurity coming from Ibadan Monarchs. Now, those are the stories in the Punch newspaper this morning. That's the front page. From there, we move to Daily Trust newspaper. Now, Daily Trust newspaper has this as its headline. Testing isolation centers shut in states despite imminent COVID-19 third wave. Federal government may apply segmented lockdown, and that's coming from the PSC. FCT, 6 states on red alert. Why Nigeria is at risk, and that's coming from the NCDC. Suspend Doba committee advises emirs. Down here, we see 15 policemen, 10 bandits killed in Zamfara, Niger attacks. Cops repel attack on community. Bandits leader frees hostage. Dad released. And finally, presidency Kuka tango over U.S. Congress comments. Now, all of these stories you can find in the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. That's it for the newspaper headlines this morning on Wake Up Nigeria.
So, Mary and I, you know, we take private jets these days.
Oh, I see.
So,
choppers and all.
Yeah, so we didn't have much of a problem.
That's fantastic. In any case, it was the talk of the town. Everybody who was somebody was at Oba. And
no, not everybody was somebody. There were some somebodies that were not there.
This is coming from a personal grievance point of view, Mary.
Just
take
saying.
it easy. But in any case, everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
All the actors, all the musicians, everybody made grand arrivals and all. And it was the burial of the Cubana High Chief, is that what he's called? His mother's funeral. And you would think that it was simply just going to be what it was, a funeral. But it seems
No,
that
it's not Cubana High Priest, though. Cubana High Priest is different from Obi Cubana. Don't go and kill that one's mother if your mother is still alive.
Thank you for the correction. Obi Cubana, rather. So it was, everybody was talking about it, all the memes.
There were a lot of memes.
There
was a lot of comedy about it.
A lot of comedy. If you're looking for your girlfriend, if she said she was away for the weekend, that's
She's
where she
probably
was.
where she was.
Kanayo also did a video also telling that, yeah, if your girlfriend is not at home, she's probably here with
You
us.
see that video, eh? I
So
looked at it and I was shaking my head.
There was another one where, you know, there were some girls apparently who were, in quote, bounced from the gate.
Yeah.
And there was a, well, let's just say a social influencer, a very controversial one who
You
was
can say his name,
calling,
it was Bob Risky.
Hey,
It's okay.
I'm just saying, that called them out. It's very odd when people call other people out on things like this. But, you know, it felt a little wrong, the amount of naira that was being
tell me
spent
about
on,
that.
Yeah, that's actually our focus.
at that location.
It wasn't the amount of money spent, it was the way it was spent.
Yeah, the way it was treated.
I'm sorry, you guys are using
way
the
it
word
was-
spent. Using the word spent is illegal. What happened, and I bear no grudge, I'm not coming from a place of jealousy or anything, but what happened there was absolutely illegal because it was an utter abuse of the naira. We all already know that the government has a stand on how you should treat the naira. The naira is a legal tender, it's supposed to be respected. You're not even supposed to fold it, from what I know. But here we see that it was flaunted, it was displayed, it was thrown, it was stepped on, stampede, people rushed for it and everything. Now, you can't tell me that in a country where we say we're law-abiding, that this is going to be let to happen. I'm hoping that somebody's going to raise an eyebrow about it and once again reignite the conversation about how we treat the naira.
Yeah.
And it was a shame because most of the people there, I'd like to think, were actually very educated. People who are influencers themselves.
Did they
but
act
still,
educated?
Huh?
That's the question. See, you know something, they say money is the root of all evil. Story. Give me money and then we'll find out whether there's evil involved. However, what I've always told people is this. Until you find yourself in a certain position, you really don't know how you're going to act. You don't know how you're going to handle it. And oftentimes it's how you start, you will finish. So this is something that's always been in your mind that, oh, the best way to flaunt is to slap one another with money. You have every right to do whatever you want to do with your money. But respect the legal tender. And it's not just Obi Cubana's mother's burial. It's just that one was really like everywhere. It happens in churches. There was one I saw of some wealthy guy that was arrested for fraud, who in his church was just spraying the money up anyhow.
in the air.
You know, and then it happens at weddings, it happens everywhere. People just treat the naira with disdain, and it's unfortunate.
Well, that could be making reference to the fact that the value of the naira has depreciated over years. I have
agree
to say,
with you,
if
but it
people
does not
valued
give
it more,
it does not make an excuse for the way it's being abused.
if people do not actually see it to have value to them anymore, they're going to treat it that way.
Naira is not your toilet paper. In fact, it's still far from toilet paper.
Okay.
Yes, there's not so much you can do. There isn't so much you can do with money these days, especially like 100,000 is literally 10,000 now.
Yeah.
However, you can still do something with it, no matter how little.
Yeah.
And so we shouldn't say, oh, they don't know the value. Yeah, they probably have too much to even know that there are people who would do a business with one of those bundles.
Yeah.
And so they feel, what's this? This is just 20,000. Yeah.
So if we have a culture of gifting money, and I use gifting very, very deliberately, gifting money at occasions, even if it's one that is supposed to express our affluence, whatever, is there a proper way to do it that can satisfy both, that preference that you have for wanting to show off and, also still tend to the culture of gifting?
So here's what
there are some very expensive gifts you can buy. I've seen quite a few.
cows.
Yeah, there are cows, there are
different
cars,
individuals.
there's designer bags. There's stuff you can do. You can actually at least use it for what it's supposed to be.
If you had an
used
occasion,
for.
would you rather be sprayed money, to use the local balance, or would you rather have
it's
gifts?
a cashless society now.
Because
There's account number. I'm just saying. There's account number. There's a fake check. The printed check. Come in with the check and dance with it or something. I don't know.
You know why people don't buy that?
Why?
Because, and I'm going to take places of worship, for example. Someone who is regarded as a big man in church comes out during Thanksgiving and says, I would like to donate 1 million naira to the church. Yeah, everybody screams, the choir drums,
and then they chase him.
And then he says, I will also rebuild the parish house. Hey, this is that. And then as soon as he leaves, his phone number is switched off. Audio. So people use that thing for. Some people believe that the physical cash is better. Give it to us. However, this is also increasing the rate of crime, unfortunately.
Explain.
You're asking me to explain.
Yes, please.
When you flouted the fact that you have money and you think it's everybody in church that is there for worship.
I get you.
Then somebody will call somebody that will call somebody that will call somebody that will come to your house to get the rest of the money you have.
You don't need to go too far.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a scary thought.
Places of worship used to be social media, not anymore.
I would really like to, think that my kids could value this currency and not treat it with disrespect. That's it. That's all. So
By the time it's your kids' turn, how much the naira might be.
That's the thing. That was the point I was trying to make 3 minutes ago. I'm just saying, I'm hopeful that people stop forwarding all these things because it's not helpful. Especially for the mental health of those who are struggling, working hard, doing honest work, in quotes, trying to make some of that money.
Yeah, but I don't really see it as anything. No, you can do whatever you want to do with your money.
It's not just
do you remember
our culture.
this guy's wedding?
Worldwide.
Colin and Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
You remember their wedding? Do you know how much Wayne spent on that wedding?
But
but it was spent.
See, I'm just saying that
it went into someone's account
to do what they want to do with money.
No.
And that's why some people do this private thing. Look, people do this private thing that only a few people are
It is
invited.
the naira in front that is yours, as in, or rather the amount behind that is yours. The naira in front is actually for the government.
The naira is for the government. We are not arguing about the treatment of the naira anymore.
Yeah. Okay,
Me, I'm arguing about,
fine.
I've moved on from there. I'm arguing about the fact that you are free to do whatever you want to do with your money. See, if you have money, you want to shut down Lagos, shut it down. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe the poor, you don't owe the rich, you don't owe anybody. But just know that in Lagos and in Nigeria, in fact, the world in general, there are many hungry and angry people.
But one thing that's positive is that I would like to visit Oba. I had never heard of Oba from before. This is the first time. This is the first time I'm ever hearing of a place called Oba. I would like to visit and see what it is like. If there has been any impact on that area, that part of Nigeria.
They gave cows.
They gave who?
Cows.
Cows.
So-
No, what I mean is in the development of that.
Development of the-
Because
Do you think
if it's a place with, so much, if it's made such a name and, it's associated with so much money, I'm hoping that it also will impact the community. When you go there.
How about a situation where a wealthy man wanted to do his mother's burial and the government decided that they would help him tar the road?
Now, that's happened before. That's happened.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm actually referring
This
to a particular
conversation
incident.
is-
And then it went on, and then people started comparing burials. And I was like, geez, have we sunk this low?
You want to talk about some of the memes? There was this one that says all the ghosts in heaven are being oppressed right now. Did you see that one?
Did you see the one that there were, two women were laying on the floor and they were both holding guns, and it was Emma Dinga's mom versus Obi Cubana's mom saying, my own was bigger than yours.
Oh,
The memes were rife. They were all over the place. They were crazy. They were
They're
funny.
crazy.
I guess Nigeria will be
One guy
Nigeria.
said,
Nigerians will be
you
Nigerians.
people are saying God when?
God went
To
on
a
top of
burial.
burial.
Don't worry, your
At
mom's
this
own is
point,
next.
at this point, we have to wrap up the
Exactly.
conversation, but we have to give a big shout out to our friends at Nescafe for
Nescafe, thank you so
providing
much for coffee this
coffee
morning.
this morning. Thank you so much. Welcome back. It's time for the kitchen to come alive. And we have Chef Isaac here from the Lagos Motorboat Club. And he's been one of those chefs that you just know that he's going to pull something out of his hat or pull something from up his sleeve or just create something really unique and special. So you need to tell us what we're making today.
Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today we are making some sliders.
Sliders.
Sliders. So we'll be using our mini burger.
Okay.
Yeah, these are our beef. Actually a beef, but it's not from cow.
Okay.
I'm using it from ram.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
basically it's a salad period, so I just want to make something, with the,
Fantastic.
Exactly. So these are our Irish tomato. You can actually use any tomato of your, of your choice. And these are our rocket leaf.
Rocket leaves.
Yeah, you see, the rockets, you can actually use your lettuce. Yeah, so I still have enough ingredient with me here.
Yeah,
so
you can bring
we're
some
gonna
of them
pull
out.
Okay,
Bring some of them out. Let me just tell them the ingredients. So he mentioned beef. This one is goat beef this time. Tomatoes, cherry tomatoes here. We have chili jam. He's going to be making that here. Barbecue sauce, rocket leaves, Thousand Island. We also have mini burger bread, dressing, of course, mayonnaise, ketchup, chili sweet relish. So the chili sweet relish,
Yes.
are you making that too, or you already have that mixed down?
Yeah, I already have the
relish.
The relish. I already have the relish
Okay.
already. So I'm just going to make some jam, then I put a little bit of chili. So that's what I'm going to.
So this beef,
Yeah.
I'm not seeing, it's not bony like the average goat beef that
it's actually the bone already.
Okay.
It's filleted. Remove the bone.
All right.
To get a proper dish done here. In burger, you need to make sure everything, no bone inside. That's how I can get it smoothly. It's very nicely.
So what do we need now? Do we need a pan? Do we need a pot? What do we need now?
Yeah, we'll be needing a fry
Frying pan?
pan to grill the beef.
Okay.
Yes, we need a fry pan to grill the beef. So what we'll do to the beef is that we're just going to slice it very flat.
Okay.
And then grill it. After grilling it, then we slice it into pieces. So then it's going to.
All
so it
right.
can infuse
So
into
you
the
need to
burger.
get slicing.
Yeah.
Let's start the slicing process
Right away.
so that people can see.
Yeah.
I love it when I see beef that's this color, because I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
meat that just seems a little off color, like, it's not very fresh, but this looks incredibly fresh.
Exactly.
So show us how to fillet this beef.
Great, great. So right now we're just going to cut into two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What part of the animal is this? Do you know if it's the leg, if it's the back?
Yeah, this is the back.
This is the back. Okay.
So yeah, the leg.
Keep going. Keep going. Honestly, there's not a lot of chefs that, not a lot of people that understand that the different parts of the animal give different textures of meat.
Exactly.
Look how that looks like. It's looking so smooth inside. I'm not seeing any of that muscle that you get with other beef. I'm also noting that it's not giving me an offensive
Smell.
smell.
Yeah.
Not.
That's because it's very fresh.
Wow.
It's very, very fresh.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's fresh, and then I store it very well in my freezer.
Freezer.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Incredibly
So I
fresh.
have to bring it this early morning and defrost it. It's a very good instruction or something. It's very good for you to defrost your meat without water. Just defrost it naturally. So whenever you're defrosting your meat, So whenever the first day you meet, you should just bring it out if you're going to use it for the next day for prepping stuff.
Okay. All right. So I'm loving the way you're slicing this down, but it still looks like we have a bit of a way to go.
Exactly.
After this, we're going to be adding some spices to it, yes?
Exactly.
Yeah? What spices should we look out for? Salt, pepper?
Yeah, we're going to be using the black pepper.
Okay.
Then use your sea salt to season it.
All right.
In some seasoning cubes.
Beautiful.
Now, let's do motivation. We have with us Obi Cubana. He is the head of Academy and Coaching Services, and he is a certified leadership and life success coach and also a certified neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. Now, he has a BSc degree in industrial mathematics and master's degree in managerial psychology. Today on Motivation, he joins us to talk about secret ingredients to building high-performing teams. You are welcome. Don't know whether to call you Emeka or Kayode.
Oh, you can call me anyone.
Anyone, yes.
Double
It's
my
kind of
names.
like, you know, it's all good. Good to have you back here with us.
Good to be here again.
Now, we're talking about high-performing teams and the secret ingredient. One would think that once you just put a group of people together and mandate them that you guys have to perform, that they'll do that. But if you have worked in the many places I worked, you'll know that it is not easy. So what is this secret ingredient you're talking about?
Okay, so every time an organization's success is painted, people think it's the block that is succeeding. It's actually the people that are succeeding. And when people succeed within an organization, we're looking at a functioning team. I think over the years, people had always come up with stuff about how teams should perform, how you can optimize a team to really, what's the word now, help them perform optimally at the very highest level of performance, right? and I think best work recently, there have been quite a number of C's, 8 C's, 14 C's, yeah. But Google did the research in very early in the 2010, 2020, just to see what's the real secret to team performance. So you will think you select for talent. Once you selected very exceptional performers, they will just come together and function. What we discovered is that sometimes when you log very good people together, they rub off badly.
Tell me about it.
They rub off badly, right? There's competition, there is
ego,
some kind of ego,
pride.
There's pride, there's a lot of, I know this stuff, you don't know, Okay, but when they really drill down to exceptionally high-performing teams, they figured that, look, there were 5 key things that stood them out. But of these 5, one was the secret ingredient, right? So you had basically structure and clarity. So everybody knows what they're supposed to do. They understand what's demanded of them at every time T, and those things are challenging and they're okay with it. There's a sense of meaning. They know how this work. They have a deep sense of connection with what they are doing. It's not a routine for them. It's, I'm here because I'm making a difference in X, Y, Z. I'm feeding my family, something as simple as that. But it's deeper than the work. That's meaning. They had a sense of impact. Every single person on the team knew exactly how their role played out in the big picture. It reminds me of the story of one American president who went to NASA just back at the time when they were still fixing to put someone on the moon. And he walked past a janitor, of course, greeted the janitor, and then turned back and asked him, what do you do here? What do you do at NASA? And the man looked at him and said, I'm helping put a man on the moon.
Exactly.
So he knew the impact of his work. He was a janitor, but he could look at it from the perspective of what the country was trying to do. So that's impact. And then there is dependability. Everybody can deliver their task on time. Those are basics, right? But then the real key ingredients that they discovered was psychological safety. And this is where you now see how teams, what's the word now, distinguish themselves. Psychological safety is a situation where every single person on the team feels in their head and in their heart that I belong here. No, I'm not the king here. I'm not the underperformer here. This is my place. Everybody allows me do my thing. Everybody allow me fail. Everybody allow me learn. Everybody allow me grow. I can make my contribution without fear of backlash, without fear of being talked down at. It's a psychologically safe place for me to contribute my best genius.
And how does a team achieve that psychological safety?
It is always intentionally created. It doesn't just happen, all right? Psychological safety, you first ensure this is a priority. The emotional health of everybody on this team is our priority. It's as priority as meeting our outcome. Because if we don't even have everybody functioning like they should function, we would always have challenges with meeting our outcome.
So is this a function of the individuals in the team or the organization that puts them together?
There's a culture, really. But we know very well that at the very heart of the team plays together.
Yeah.
So even if at the organizational level, that culture is not working, it now behooves the members of that team to create this. It's a climate they create for themselves.
So I've seen many instances where there is this cheesy attempt to try and make sure that people are safe within a team. That cheesiness, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Because, well, sometimes it just falls apart and then everything comes crashing down. So how can you differentiate that cheesy application from a wholesome application?
We can't pretend emotional safety.
Yeah.
You can't pretend it. Because you can't sustain it. It will always come apart. What they discovered was there was a genuine interest on the part of every player on the team to see that we're psychologically safe. So that's it. It has to be genuine. If it's not genuine, it'll fall apart over time.
Yeah.
If you're paying lip service or eye service to this stuff, it'll fall apart, and then the team will stop performing optimally.
Yeah.
It's happened across high tech. I mean, and this is it's not even industry based. It's across sector.
Across, yeah.
Whether you're in tech, whether you're in creatives, psychological safety is the key to ensuring that your team performs.
So having psychological safety in mind, what factors or what's the impact of genuine critique inside of a team? Because that's where it all comes crashing. You're not doing this right, it could be done this way, or this thing you did wasn't, you know, that's where most problems start, where the pride sets in, where the ego becomes, larger than life. Now, I know my job, who are you to tell me? But you'd find out that this individual actually had good intentions because he has the goal in view. I want it to be good, so I'm going to, you're not doing this right. So what role does critique, or in what format should critique come in?
When it comes to creating psychological safety, in fact, creating a room for constructive criticism is part of how you create that. Right? It's not what you say that really matters as much as how you say it.
How you say it.
Exactly. So if you're critiquing my work and you know, just the truth is people who are very good at what they do, right, have a level of pride.
Yeah, true.
So when we are talking about psychological safety, it works very well in emotionally intelligent teams. So I know I have to give you feedback, but I have to give you that feedback based on how I have known you, not based on how I want to say it. Not because, that's dumb, you could have done that. But I know who you are because you've played on this team. I see you and I can sense the changes in your emotions from your face. So if I'm going to give you a feedback,
I'm going to use that knowledge.
To communicate with you.
That's very interesting, and I wish that we could go on because I think this is something most people need to know, especially if you work within a team. So I'm hoping that we can have you back again so we can really go in depth into this and talk about it some more. Thank you very much, Coyote, Emeka, whichever, for joining us today. We're looking forward to having you again. Hoping that you have taken something from there, and as you are on your way to work, you're going to apply it when you get to your teams at work. All right, so let's find out what else we have inside of Wake Up Nigeria. Do stay tuned.
Yeah, some motivating words there. Exactly what we needed on a Monday morning, if you ask me. But something else you might need is something tasty. And we have Chef Isaac here from the Lagos Boat Club, who his own style of doing things has always been different. We're making sliders this morning. Now, if you missed the ingredients, they should be on your screen soon enough. But we're making what he calls chili jam now. So how do we make chili jam?
Yeah, great. So this is our already made jam. So we're just going to pour it on the bowl.
Okay, so jam from the store?
Yeah, from the store.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is orange jam, apricot jam, or just...
Orange jam.
Orange jam, okay. All right.
Yeah, so we're going to just add our chili flakes.
Okay. So
that is very simple. And
chili flakes to the jam?
Yeah,
or more pepper inside jam. Let's go.
Basically, that's all. That's all about jam.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't just have to mix it together.
I've never, ever seen this. This is a new one for me. So this is going to go on the bread or on the meat?
It's going to go on the bread.
Okay, chili
It's
jam.
gonna go on like it's gonna be like the last before the last. Of the
Okay,
bread.
so you need to put this down so that people can see you mix it.
Okay.
So those chili flakes are just the normal flakes of dry pepper that they blend at the market, yes?
Dry pepper blended, yes.
All right, all right. As
But
you can
not
see.
totally blended, you know.
Yeah, so you just mix it in there.
Exactly.
I know you had already spiced the meat, but could you show us exactly what you added to
No
that?
problem, no problem.
All right.
So very easy. I seasoned my beef
Yeah?
with the other seasoning cubes,
Okay,
the sea salt and our black pepper here.
okay.
So you can just have to measure it yourself. Add a little bit of the seasoning cubes, just to make the taste perfect to use.
Okay,
That's basically
okay.
okay.
All right, so you're just making sure that it touches all the sides.
Exactly.
Seasoning cubes, sea salt, black pepper.
Black pepper. So this is our black pepper.
This didn't marinate or overnight and do all those other things sometimes that you've encouraged.
Yeah.
But this is what it looks like while it's in the pan. I'm not sure if you can see the pan, yeah? So as soon as you dropped it in the pan, it started responding quite quickly.
Yeah, that's because I put the pan on the fire first.
Okay.
Make it get a little bit hot. Then I pour my vegetable oil.
Okay.
Yeah, then after then, you know, once you put it, it responds to you immediately.
I can see some leaves in there. What leaves are those? That's this, I believe. What's
yeah, exactly.
this?
That's oregano.
Oregano.
The fresh one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What else is in the pan
have
there?
some onions there and garlic.
Okay.
Yes, you know, garlic has a very nice texture on your meat or chicken or whatever.
All right.
And then some onions there. I want the onions to infuse into the meat and to give you proper tasty ones and the flavor from the onions.
All right. So now I've noted that you've sliced 2 of the bread rolls and you've put them inside the pan.
Exactly. I'm actually trying to, you know,
Warm them up?
warm them up and then
Okay.
make them toast well,
All right.
brown enough. So
All
like
right.
this.
Fantastic. At this point, we can see our sliders are well on their way to being done. I can't wait to, you know, taste them myself. I
Really
can't wait.
perfect like this.
Honestly
Brown.
speaking. Chef Isaac, I'm getting hungry. We have to go to a quick break and be back. It's the top of the hour. Stay with us.
Oh yes, they say great things are achieved by a series of smaller things done and brought together. So the journey of 1,000 miles starts with just one little step. Just like your journey here started since Friday afternoon.
That's a good one. That is a good one. When did you get home on Friday? Let us know. Just use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We would love to know. But hey, it's all about that first step. And this is a buzz-filled second lap for us on the best breakfast show on TV. Now, the first hour has gone by with a flash, and we're going to be having a spirit-filled 45 minutes to go.
Yes, indeed. Now, you better stay right there because it's going to be fun. Talking about Friday, I just got information as we were speaking. A friend of mine sent in a message and said he didn't actually get home at all.
Goodness.
That he had to continue at work the next day because it was all flooded on the island. And for every single place that you went to, if you visited on Saturday, you'd find one gentleman fixing his car.
Yeah.
So yes, it's a shame about Friday, but hey,
let's
we're hoping
motivate
that it's-
people a little. Let's not bring them
yeah.
down. If everything seems to be under control, then you're not actually going fast enough. So
Interesting.
Speed is interesting as always, but definitely not really time to roll out the carpet for that. My name is Titilaya Oyinso.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. Did I get my own name wrong? All right, in any case, we also have in the kitchen Mary. How's it going in there, Mary? We can smell all of that beautiful
It's going
aroma.
quite well. As a matter of fact, it's going quite well. I'm super interested in this pepper with jam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I can't wait for it to be ready so we can all dig in.
Yes, indeed. Alrighty. Now, remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
Yes, so you can also watch us from anywhere in the world. Did you know that we have a mobile app? If you don't have it by now, please download it from Google Play or iOS.
And we implore you to follow us across social media platforms. We are at TVC Connect. Now, for what we have lined up for the rest 45 minutes here, let's let you know the co-founder of Have Communications, a media communications company started in 1999 that produces TV programs and organizes live concerts. He will be joining us here to talk about how they started, what they've been through, and how you can even, well, glean from what they've done. Real quick, guys. I've got something very interesting. It was fun to see the girls this morning, by the way.
Thank you.
Fantastic. How are you doing?
So the holidays have begun for my kids. This is the long holiday, the summer holiday that we missed last year. We didn't really think about holidays because the whole year was a holiday. But then this holiday is ending in September.
Yes, indeed, and it's very interesting. Because my daughter's going to be vacating very soon.
The holidays will, excuse me, do you think the holidays will end in September?
Oh, I don't know.
I actually doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be negative, but I doubt it. Because with the COVID-19 third wave and people still not caring about everything that is going on, I doubt it.
So that worries me. So for working parents like you, yourself, your husband as well, myself and my wife, I'm wondering what we're going to do with the kids, you know, this holiday, because it's not easy finding help. Or the alternative, which is taking them to grandma's or here or there. There's so much that you have to think about before you know, engage which of these options. So I don't know what you're going to be doing.
Ooh, I think it's just going to be a combination of a lot of different things. You know, I'll definitely have some time with grandma. You know, we'll definitely probably take a trip or 1 or 2 weeks or something like that. There's all these summer camps coming up. You know, there's summer camps for different things, for coding. I
don't know about summer camps.
Yeah, summer camps.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's something about
that's
COVID.
the worry.
COVID just makes it feel like
your
it's
options are
to make
slimmer now,
Yeah.
so you have to really consider what you want to do. But tell you what, how about we let you decide and you let us know exactly what it is that you decide at the end of the day.
It's time for another news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Onyison. Now we begin with security matters in Zamfara State, where bandits have killed 13 policemen and 3 others in an attack on Kura Mota community in Burungudu local government area. They were killed at a police formation near a clinic in the community. TVC News gathered that the armed men had earlier attempted to invade Magami community over the weekend, but were repelled by military troops. Magami community, which is 50 kilometers from Gusau, the state capital, has suffered attacks from the bandits in recent times. Police authorities in Zamfara are yet to comment on the incident. In Kaduna State, the attacks have not abated as 1 person has again been killed and 7 others, including 3 women, abducted. The incident happened at Angora Gajere village in Brinigwari local government area on Saturday afternoon. The Kaduna State Police Command is yet to react to the report, but residents of the village and the bandits said the bandits came on motorcycles and shot sporadically before abducting their victims. Biringwari is one of the local government areas in northwest Nigeria most hit by armed bandits. Several residents have vacated their homes for fear of being attacked. Still in Kaduna State, the Nigerian Air Force Alpha jet has been reported to have crashed around Kaduna and Katsina state boundary, close to Biringwari local government area on Sunday. It was gathered that no casualty was recorded as the lone pilot of the Alpha jet ejected before the crash. The aircraft was said to have left Yola, the Adamawa state capital, for an onslaught against the bandits in Biringwari local government area of Kaduna State. But the Nigerian Air Force has denied the report. NAF spokesperson Air Commodore Edward Gabquet says there was no crash in Kaduna, adding that he is still making contact with other locations. He insists that no NAF plane left Yola, Adamawa State, for Kaduna on Sunday. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has expressed shock at what she described as surreal destruction caused by last week's flooding. At least 188 people in Germany and Belgium are now known to have died in the floods. Heavy rain continues to wreak havoc, with attention now shifting to parts of Austria and southern Germany. Mrs. Merkel visited affected areas of western Germany on Sunday, surveying the damage. She walked through the badly hit village of Schkud, talking to survivors, residents, and emergency workers. As rescue crews continue to look for victims, Chancellor Merkel has pledged to fast-track aid for reconstruction. She added that the world has to be faster in the battle against climate change. And that's it on Post the News for Wake Up Nigeria this hour. I'm going to be taking a quick break and be back
Now you're welcome to our SME segment here this morning. This morning we have with us Iroja Solomon Oluwafemi. He is the co-founder of HEV, or rather HEV Communications, a media communications company started in 1999 that produces TV programs and also organizes live concerts. He has produced shows like Tips Magazine, Music and Life, Dextra, Kitties Alive, Classic Concepts, and Men Cook Too. And the list goes on. He joins us now in SME. You are welcome, Mr. Solomon. So good to have you here.
Thank you
Should
so
I call
much
you a
for having
veteran?
me. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
don't
not
be
yet.
humble. You can take it. It's all good.
yeah, you can say that.
Would like to take example from everything that you've done through your work of life, through your career, and so we could glean from it and hopefully also help some people start on their way to achieving as much as you have. First off, we all know that there are challenges in Nigeria, but how exactly did you start?
Okay. Like everything in Nigeria, you have to be very passionate about what you do. You know, that's the very first thing. You know, so when we started, it was rough because at the time, you know, far back that time, 1999, it was, you know, you have to hop from one bike to the other, you know, to get to clients and all that. You know, but because the passion is there, okay, because the passion is there, so we're able to walk through it. And when you love what you do, okay, you don't see the difficulty. Okay, you just go with the flow. So I've always loved production. I've always wanted to do, maybe not be in the front of the camera,
Behind it, making
behind
everything
the camera
work, all
and
the
all
gears
that.
and everything.
And so everything that I've always done, you know, some of the things that I love to do in life, I like to empower people.
Nice.
I like to give information that help people's life to be better. Okay, then I love youth development. Okay, I want to see young people grow. I want to see them move from the green nature that they are to be somebody in life. You know, so what I basically do is put together, find out all these things that I'm good at, and make a business out of it.
And it makes you money. You make a living out of it, and that's great. Now, most people see production from an angle where it's just on TV. You know, it's not something that they are aware of, that they know they can make a business out of. It has to be not independent in their mindset, but you have achieved a certain level of independence. How did you achieve that?
Okay, so I had to, when I looked at the Nigerian media space, I found out that there are a lot of challenges. You know, you have to create content. When you create your content, you have to market your content.
Exactly.
When you market your content, you have to get to a TV station, buy airtime,
Find
and all that.
advertisers.
It's a whole lot for me. We've done that for many years, and I just need a new challenge. Okay, I wanted to move to a space where I could push myself, and so I started Life Makeover. It's a digital platform on YouTube, you know, where you can just go and learn anything. I told you I'm passionate.
Impacting people.
Yes, impacting people, helping them to learn. For instance, let me give you an example. A lot of people want to learn how to start a courier business now. You know, I did a content on how to start a courier business just when we're about coming out of lockdown.
Okay.
And then I posted that content around that time. I've had people call me now. You know, they just pray for me.
Interesting, because they learn from it and they perhaps took all of that in.
And so a lot of things, how to start a fashion business, how to start a career business.
So you're in the business of creating business for people.
Yes, I'm in the business of helping people create their own business.
People create their own business. So how do you come about these contents? So for a young person out there who perhaps maybe has the passion for wanting to be a producer like you, how can they be as creative as you are to be able to look at the scenario, look at everything that's happening, and take out little bits that you can use to create these contents?
Okay, the first thing is that you have to leave your comfort zone. You cannot keep thinking the same way you've been thinking. Most times when I engage people in the light of content. When I speak with you for 5 minutes, I'm looking at what can this person offer. As young people who want to go into production, this is what I tell them. Try as much as possible to see beyond yourself what you need, what you want to eat. See the ability to create something for, you see, value. When you create value, you make money for yourself. But the value itself is for other people to benefit. Okay, as long as you keep thinking of yourself, you won't be able to see the things that other people need. Okay, and it's when you see what other people need that you can actually create a business out of that. Okay, for now, I know that Nigerians, we are at a stage in our lives where we have to keep learning. We have to know more. If you want to, right now, I can tell you in a very short time, many people are going to be getting jobs not based on what they studied in school.
I said that last week. Not based on the abilities.
I was at a conference back then in 2007, and somebody came and said, you know, as at that time, the Nigeria churns out on about 500,000 graduates. Okay, that was 2007, and then only 10% of those graduates
actually
find a job. And then only 10% of those 10% actually find a job in what they studied in school. So what it means is that out of 500,000 graduates, we only have 5,000 people who work in what they studied in school. What it means is that Nigerians, we have to begin to look beyond. Education is good, and you have to be educated. But you need to get to a point where your passion should drive you to create benefit and value for others.
Okay. So for a young person who wants to go into production, and we will talk about your little project, can they get started with something as simple as a phone, for instance, or a small camera?
Okay. For instance, now, I know that a lot of young people have very good phones. If there's anything that they put so much money on,
it's that phone.
It's that phone. That phone is very powerful. The camera of that phone is amazing. You can actually create a lot of content just by sitting in front of your camera in your own house. No matter how bad the ambience
just be imaginative.
Room, just put that phone there and then create. You can actually talk about yourself. You know, the amazing thing is that you can talk about yourself and then others will be interested in knowing more about you.
Very, very
you can build a very good following on social media. You can become a social media influencer.
So you have all the tools. You have your phone, you have your ideas, you have social media, and then you can already start your own
all
production.
these things are free.
Yeah, interesting. Let's talk about how you impact people now. You spoke about the life makeover you have on YouTube. How does that work, and how can people take advantage?
Okay, so Life Makeover was designed to help people to learn, to create content that people would have had to say, okay, I'm going to do an internship of 6 months at a fashion outfit to learn how to sew. Okay, so I put together this kind of content. Go to those companies, go to a CEO who's already established in that particular field and tell them, I want to empower people with this information. Can you do a video with me? Okay, so they're like, why not? And all that. So I get to do that video, tell you the nitty-gritty of it, what you need to start. If you don't have much money, how do you start? And all that. I break it down, and then that content goes to my YouTube channel.
That's pretty much what we're doing here. We're taking your life and putting it out as an example to people to actually, learn from. And we are all about helping people achieve as well their potential and also make a living out of it. That is fantastic, and we are glad that there's someone out there just like us, and we're glad that we brought you on here to feature.
I'm glad I'm here.
We'll take a look at that page. It's on YouTube, you said.
It's on YouTube. LIFEMAKEOVA, Life Makeover.
We're going to take a look at it. But for now, we have something very interesting in the kitchen that I would like you to take part in. I don't know if you've done a makeover for people who like to cook, because we find
I will do that.
We've got Chef Isaac here.
I actually did how to start a shawarma business.
How to start a shawarma business.
Welcome.
Hey, please do take a seat here.
Take a seat.
And I'll let Titi run us through this one, and Chef Isaac. Oh, look at our bananas. Oh.
Chef Isaac is amazing. I have to say, he's put together some amazing sliders. You want to break down what we have inside?
Yeah, of course. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, these are sliders. And then we have our mini burgers. And these are meats. Actually, it's the ram meat instead of the cow beef. So I use the RAM for the the first stuff.
Okay.
So this our grilled banana. So inside this burger we have the chili jams. We have the Thousand Island dressing, and then we have our rocket leaves. We have tomato sliced, and then the meat. It's very, very nice. And then let's try it.
Yeah, please grab a slider. Have a taste.
Slider, huh? I'd like to grab me a slider.
Yeah, grab a slider. Have a taste. No,
Yeah, he wants to go for the bananas. Let him allow
This
him.
is banana.
Yes, it's banana. Fried banana.
Yeah, go for whatever, man. So anything you want.
Wow.
It's
Maybe you
spoiled
can
for
put
choice.
that on the. You can put that. Yeah. Okay.
Really spoiled for choice. There's so much you can do.
All right.
Wow.
My mouth is watering. I'm the one who wants to eat this the most.
You didn't know what to expect yet?
Awesome.
Okay.
That's
the word.
Do a feature with Chef Isaac.
Yes.
He's gonna teach you.
Yes, it's going to be on Life Makeover.
Fantastic stuff.
Now you are officially going to be the chef on Life Makeover.
Thank you very much.
Amazing, Chef Isaac.
Wow.
I appreciate you,
fantastic.
sir. And of course, we appreciate you and everyone else that was part of the show today. It's been an amazing one. And we're going to be back again tomorrow.
Yes, I can't wait. Can you finish this up so I can have a slider? 7
a.m., people. Mazino's hungry.
I am.
Hopefully, you can make one and show us at home as well. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Everybody have a great day. Bye.
Bye.